Let me holler at y'all real quick. What's your name, bro? What's your name? Huh? You said Mark? Mario? Let me holler at you, Mario. What's your name, bro? Huh? Okay, let me holler at you. Let me holler at you. Y'all check these signs out. Hey, good to meet y'all, bro. How old you is? 19, how old you is, bro? 15. Okay. What y'all say? Y'all stay down here in King Gate? What y'all say? Okay, alright. The reason I'm asking because I'm trying to get some clarification because as y'all familiar with this area, right? Okay, so you know what goes down in this area, right? Right. People getting shot, people getting killed, people getting destroyed, house, drugs. You understand? Single parent households, women raising young men by themselves without a father figure. Do y'all know that is a cause and effect of things and why these things happen to our people, right? So have you ever been, if I ask you what's your nationality, what race of people you descend from, right? What would you say? Okay, Black African American, what you would say? What they taught us, right? They say that we African American, right? Okay, so in actuality, we are not African American. We are of the children of Israel from the tribe of Judah. That's who we truly are as a nation of people. These people have been lying to us for a reason, because they don't want to know that we are descendants of the greatest people of this planet Earth. And what makes us great is coming back to our true heritage. Give me Jeremiah. Book of Jeremiah 17:4. Give me that real quick. We gotta come back to our true heritage. Everything they've been teaching us, bro, have been lies. The only thing that our young people is learning right now. And the thing that we're learning from these music. We're learning from this education system. We're learning from TV. Because they would not let a rapper, you listen to rap? Listen to rap? Okay. So, do y'all know that the record labels is contracted with the prison corporation, right? Y'all didn't know that, right? The reason why they're contracted with the prison system is because they are in agreement to keep our people killed and locked up. And the music record label, they is not going to sign nobody that's going to give people high moral standards and how to uplift the people. But you got to rap about killing each other. You got to rap about selling drugs to each other. You got to rap about whoring your women out in order for us to be destroyed as a nation of people. It's systematically set up that way to keep this stuff for us to hate one another, to look at each other as niggas, to look at each other as nothing, when we supposed to be looking at each other as Christ, which is in us. Because Christ is a black man according to the Bible. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that you are supposed to be the true rulers of this planet Earth. They don't want you to know that. You understand, young man? Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. Thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
We have been discontinued from our heritage. Keep reading.
That I have given thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
We serve who?
Thine enemies.
Now we serving our enemies. Keep reading.
In the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
Man, we have pissed God off. We the one that pissed God off. We the one that want to be hard-headed, didn't want to listen. We just say, you know what? I want to go off and do what these other nations are doing. I want to go off and lay with these other women. I want to go off and do what feels good to me. You understand? Instead of taking responsibility, instead of living up to your high moral standards. That's what happened to our people, right? So give me Deuteronomy 28 real quick. I see you see these signs right here. So, as you familiar, have you been learning any information about this? Okay, so this happened to us in slavery when they brought us over here on those cargo slave ships. As you can see right here, these are the designs of the slave ships that they brought us over. Okay, these are one of the slave ships. They brought us over on many slave ships. Okay, this actually happened in history. So what we're doing, we're giving you a biblical depiction of why this happened to our people. And this identifies who the children of Israel is, right? Give me Deuteronomy, matter of fact, start at Deuteronomy 1:1. They get the characteristics of this. Because this Bible, which is our book, this Bible which identifies our people, this Bible which belongs to us, which is our heritage, which these people have stolen from us. They stole our land, they stole our name, they stole our heritage, they stole our Bible, and they whitewashed the images of this Bible and made it look like them, when really they look like us, because they are our forefathers. Read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto who?
Unto all Israel.
Okay, these are words that Moses spake to all Israel. These are the 12 tribes of the children of Israel right here. So today, what they are called, this on the right side, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. These are our peoples. All right, give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. Now the thing is, read verse 1, then read verse 15. Now the thing is, we're going to show you why this stuff happened to our people, okay? Why we went to slavery. Why we being sold as auction blocks. Why we had chains and yokes upon our necks, right? Why we served in these cotton fields and these tobacco fields. Why we did this for so long. Why this happened to us. Why God allowed it to happen. This is the reason why. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
He said, if you observe to do all his commandments, keep reading.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Now, he said we keep his commandments, we'll be above all nations of the earth. Right? That's what we supposed to be. We supposed to be the true rulers of this planet earth. Right? But read verse 15.
Verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, if we stray away from keeping God's commandments, all these curses gonna come upon us and overtake us, right? Read verse 16.
Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall what?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Okay, saying cursed shall you be in the city. Guess what? We the ones in the projects. We the ones in the ghettos. We the ones in the slums. We the ones in living in the poverty constricted areas. We the ones in the overpopulated these jail systems. You understand that? You say cursed shall you be in the city and what?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
He said, cursed shall you be in the field, in the cotton field, in the tobacco field. We are cursing these fields. You understand, bro? Pay attention, because this is very important information that these people do not want you to know. This is the reason why they don't want you to know this. They don't want you to see your true purpose, or how you is, how valuable you is. They don't want you to know that, bro. They love, they thrive. They thrive on your destruction. These people thrive on your destruction. And that's why we got to change our ways and how we supposed to conduct ourselves, bruh. We got to come back to our true high moral standards. We got to come back to that. You understand? In order for our surroundings to change, we have to change ourselves. But first, we got to find out who we are. You know what I'm saying? Read verse 47 and 48. Read that.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
We did not serve God for the abundance of all things, because God made all things for us. Keep reading.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Now we're serving our enemies. We're serving our enemies right now. Because who was our enemies? Let me ask y'all that. Who was our enemies? See that? Okay, so he said we'll serve what? Come on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Your enemies is the ones you serve. So, your parents or whoever you staying with, they got to pay bills, right? They paying bills to their enemies. They got to pay taxes to your enemies. They got to work for their enemies. God call them our enemies. Keep reading.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he shall what?
Put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Do you see that, young man? He said he shall put a yoke of iron upon your neck. Your enemies. Not your own brethren that you have beef with, not your own people, but the ones that brought you over here on cargo slave ships. They don't give a damn about you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got over here. That's why you own this land now. You are the descendants of the people of the slave trade. Matter you like it or not. Iron the yokes upon your neck until when?
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until we are destroyed as a nation of people. Our people is spiritually and mentally destroyed as a nation of people. Our people is so brainwashed and destroyed and confused in their pride and their little ego and their little feelings and emotions. When you get mad, what you gonna do? You run and get a gun and want to go kill somebody. That's how you resolve to being a man? That's how you resolve to being a man? I'm seeing of this stuff. I see it every day. Because we are destroyed as a nation of people. We don't have our true purpose. We don't have our true God. We don't have our true land. We don't have no true meaning of living. We don't have our true name. Identify yourself with what your purpose is. Because this right here is going to lead you to death or in jail. One or two. Real talk. This is very important. Because God is trying to wake you up to bring you back to Him. To save you from that judgment that He has set up. Because God will judge you, bro. He will judge you. Don't be... You know what? Give me Deuteronomy. 32 and 39. Give me Deuteronomy real quick. 32 and 39. Do you know why? Do you know why the murder rate is going on? And it's getting worse. The evil, hateful, murderous spirit is getting worse in this area. Getting worse in the conditions that our people are living in. Do you know why it's happening? Because it's judgment of God. Read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 39. See now that even I am He, and there is no God with me. I kill.
He what?
I kill.
He what?
I kill.
God is the one that's causing death upon our people. Keep reading.
And I make alive.
He is the one that makes alive. Keep reading.
I wound and I heal.
Keep reading.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Our people don't understand God controls all of these things. You can cross this street right now and get hit by a Mack truck. Guess what? That's God's judgment. That's God's judgment. Give me Psalms 119 and 120. We got to understand the fear of God. God judgment right here. That's why we in these conditions. That's why we at the bottom. Because of God's judgment. God is judging us. You understand? He only dealing with the children of Israel. God is trying to wake you up to get out of these living conditions that we in now and change your mind and your concept of how you thinking as a human being and become the greatest people on this planet Earth. But you got to know how to conduct yourself in that manner and that order. Come back to your true heritage. Stop living as an African American, as a nigga, and be what you're supposed to be, which is in your DNA. A child of God, the Israelites according to the Bible. Read that.
Psalms chapter 119 verse 120. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee.
You might say, my flesh tremble for the fear of God. Keep reading.
I am afraid of thy judgment.
We're afraid of what?
Thy judgment.
You're afraid of God's judgment. Because guess what? When God judges you, you got to understand, it is way beyond your comprehension. That pain and suffering God will have you going through is way beyond our comprehension. For real though. Because the thing is, bro, you got to understand, bro, you have a soul. You have a soul inside that temple that you have. You have a soul. And God can destroy your body, and also He can destroy your soul. You got to understand that, bro. This physical flesh that we are in is a temple of your soul. And God can destroy your soul in eternal torment. We trying to save you from that eternal torment. Because the day of judgment is coming. And y'all young men need to get out of these evil ways before destruction constantly happening in our neighborhood. Too many damn caskets being piled up in these damn cemeteries of young black men. Too many caskets being piled up. You ain't gonna get the answer in these some worshiping churches. They ain't gonna teach you this. They ain't gonna show you those true moral standards. They ain't gonna show you how to be a man of God. They ain't gonna show you how to raise your children, how to be a husband to a wife. Because the nation starts in the household. Your enemy knows it, and that's why they destroy our nation of people, starting at the household.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.